What's going on, Kicks Gang? It's Heatickz, He Kicks, back with another dope sneaker unboxing. And this particular pair is a pair that I don't think any of you guys have purchased. It's not a pair that I've really seen any reviews on, maybe one or two on YouTube. People definitely slept on this particular sneaker, and I will get into a little more detail on why I think so many people did sleep on this sneaker. But honestly, it's a really dope silhouette, and I'm super excited to add it to the collection. And with that, let's go ahead and get right into it. And here we go. Some of you guys may be asking yourself, well, wait a minute, what's that? Is that a Jordan? Is that, well, we know it's a Jordan. Is it an Air Jordan 1? Yes, guys, this is the Air Jordan 1 mid in the black and gold patent leather. As you guys can see, the Air Jordan 1 mids come in a downgraded black box. For those of you guys that don't collect mids, this is the typical box that they come in. As you guys can see, very similar on the side with the barcode and the sizing tag. And then on the far side, we have the gold Jumpman logo, and then of course on the back of the box, as usual, we have some branding and some trademark information. And with that, let's go ahead and get right into it. And of course, as always, we've got that big Nike receipt and return tag. Not that I'll be returning the sneaker. Something I wanted to show you guys real quick, and I hope this will actually focus in here in a minute. There we go. You guys can see it's an all white paper, but it's got 23 logos all over, written in gold. And let's go ahead and pop it open real quick. That is the Air Jordan 1 mid black and gold patent leather, and it's really a dope silhouette. Let me go ahead and grab both of these out, and bang, bang. Like I said, black and gold patent leather Air Jordan 1 mid. Now, like I said before, what are the differences between the Air Jordan 1 high and the Air Jordan 1 mid? Well, there's actually a lot of differences. For those of you guys that have been collecting for a while, you guys know exactly what those are, but for some of the new people that might not exactly know some of those differences, I will explain some of them. One of the things I want to mention that's different on the Air Jordan 1 mid is the quality of the leather used. Like I had said in the past, on some of the 2015, 2016 Jordans, we had that really cardboard like leather, and as you guys can see on the toe box here, we've got a really stiff cardboard like leather. Let me go ahead and pull back the tree a little bit so you guys can see. Now, you guys are used to seeing me press down and you got that really nice tumble leather. This is actually really stiff, and honestly, I'm not too big of a fan of mids for that reason. Another reason I didn't like them is because on the back they would put the Jumpman, which doesn't go along with the OG style. This year they actually have taken that away, and I think it looks a little bit cleaner. But like I said, even the leather up on the top, it's definitely a lot more stiff, and if this didn't have patent leather, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. Being that patent leather is pretty stiff in and of itself, I didn't really think it would have too much of a negative effect on the rest of the leather. Yes, you are going to have that stiff leather on the toe box, the mid panel, and the collar, but like I said, all this patent leather is going to be really stiff as well. The patent leather on these is actually really nice. As you guys can see, it's got that really nice black shine, the shiny gold patent leather check, and of course we got the Wings logo in that metallic gold color as well. That mid panel here is going to have that cheap cardboard like leather, and then going back around to that really nice patent leather on the bottom. And I was kind of going over these looking to see, like, how is the patent leather compared to the patent leather on the more expensive Jordan 1 highs, or basically the regular Air Jordan 1. And I gotta be honest, it's definitely a little bit thinner. It's definitely thinner than the patent leather on the Jordan 11s that we get. But like I said, patent leather in and of itself is actually pretty thick and pretty sturdy to begin with. And where you would tend to have creasing and breakdown in the toe box, the patent leather that wraps around the toe box is actually gonna help maintain structure. Of course, we'll have the same thing on the little wings here below. Then another difference is the wings up on the top. As you guys can see, they come down at more of a steep angle. You can see they're definitely not as high as the high tops are, but you can see here on the side that angle of descent that we get with that wing panel on the side is definitely different. And then instead of kind of just coming straight down, the back of the collar kind of levels out. Real quick, I want to show you an Air Jordan Jordan 1 mid from last year. And as you guys can see, it's got that cardboard leather, and honestly, the cardboard leather on these is definitely better than we got with this particular model. But you can see there's a lot more spacing at the top and the back. And then if we just look at these side by side, you can see there's definitely a difference. The mids from last year were actually a lot more like a high top cut, and I definitely like that. But there you go with the Jumpman on the back. That's not something that I was really a big fan of. And then another thing that you get on the mids is that Air logo with the Jumpman on the front instead of the Nike Air. Now getting back to the pair at hand, looking at the tongue, we've got a black patch with the Nike Air logo like we had just seen on the other pair, but done up on gold. We've got a white tongue with a black back padding, and then you can't really see it, but we've got these all white laces, and the tongue structure and design on these is actually a lot different than the OG model as well. One thing I wanted to mention about this particular model is it is an SE model, and I'm not completely positive about the tech specs on this model, but from what I heard, the outsole and midsole is definitely upgraded from the typical just OG Jordan 1 midsole, which, as you guys know, doesn't have much structure or support other than that, you know, rubber outsole. One of the things we didn't look at in the beginning, we have an all black outsole. As you guys can see, it's designed just like the Jordan 1 mid, and I kind of like the contrast from the black on the bottom coming to the all white midsole. I really like that patent leather black that comes through. Not a big fan of that white cardboard like leather, but I like the way it also contrasts with the white laces. I think a pair of metallic gold laces would look really dope on this particular model, and that would contrast in with the gold swoosh and the gold wings on the back. Let's go ahead and take a look at the interior of the sneaker. As you guys can see, we have the shoe tree there. We have a pretty soft interior in all black. The outsole is all black as well with the gold Jumpman down on the bottom. And even though this is a mid, we got an extra pair of black laces. These actually look to be, no, they're the regular black laces, but definitely something to look at here, guys. As you guys can see, the laces hang a lot lower, the bag is a lot bigger, and even the way the laces are rolled up in the bag is completely different. For those that are doing authentication on the Air Jordan 1s, one of the things a lot of people look at is having that uniform, perfectly sized and shaped bag. As you guys can see, these are definitely completely different. They're not even rolled the same, and yes, this pair is authentic. I actually got this from the day they released on the Nike app, and to be completely honest, there's really not much else I can say about it, but it is a really dope silhouette, and because it has that patent leather, it was definitely a must cop for me. That and the fact that it came with black and gold. There hasn't been too many mids that I've liked in the past, but one of the ones I did like was the Chicago mid that had come out several years ago, and those are running for like $500, $600, $700, and honestly, it looked like those were actually nicer material, but these actually hold up for quite some time. Yes, you are going to have the creasing, but just a little tip, if you ever get to a point to where the creasing is really bad, you can actually put a wet towel down and you can actually iron those creases out. If you guys are interested in me doing a video on ironing the creases out of the toe box or doing any type of cleaning or maintenance on the sneaker to keep it at its best, let me know down in the comments. Let me go ahead and give you guys a couple more close-up looks. I really love that patent leather. These really do kind of remind me of the patent leather look that we got on the gold toe or the alternating gold toe pairs that we had gotten last year. Obviously not as premium, but it's nice that they made it in a more affordable version. Not everybody can get that $180, $200, $220 sneaker. Yes, I have a huge collection. Yes, I buy sneakers for that price and a lot more all the time, but honestly, not everybody's able to do that. Not everybody's a big collector, and to be able to get a shoe like this with a nice patent leather for only $110, I mean, I think it's a pretty dope deal. I was able to get the military discount on these, and I think I was able to get them for like $85. But anyways, let me go ahead and give you a couple more close-up shots of that glimmering patent leather, and with that, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. And like I always say, if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe and smash that notification bell so you can get all my videos on demand. It's Heat Kicks. I'm out.